Okay, this is Business 342, the practice final, set 2, problem 1. Last year you purchased 200 shares of stock for $3,400. The stock pays an annual dividend of 4 cents per share. Today you sold your shares for $3,740. What is your total percentage return on this investment? Okay, so it says you purchased them last year, so this is a year later, obviously, which means you'll be able to collect the dividend also. So last year, it tells you you bought the stock for $3,400 a share. That's $3,400 total, and you had 200 shares. So basically, that's $17 a share. There's two different ways to figure this out. They both get you the exact same number. One is called the holding period return, and the other is just a way to figure return just overall. Basically what you want to do is figure out the change in the profit or loss that you made on the purchase of the stock, and then add to that whatever dividend you got, and then you divide that by the initial purchase price of the stock, the cost of the stock. So basically it's whatever you made on the stock by selling it plus whatever dividends you collected for that period of time. You divide that by the original investment, which was the purchase price of the stock, and that gives you the total percentage return. So there's two ways to do it. I'll just show you the one way they show in the book, which it's just kind of dividing it up. It doesn't make any difference. It says you got 4 cents per share for a year, and you know that's $17 a share. So the yield, remember the dividend yield is the dividend divided by the share price that the current share price is what you purchased it at that point in time. So that comes out to 0.002353. Remember, so that's 0.2% or a little bit more than that. Then the capital gains is just basically how much you made, the difference between what you paid for the stock and what you sold the stock for. So you sold it for $3,740. You minus the $3,400. You divide that by the original cost of $3,400. That gets you 0.10, which is 10%. You add those two together, so the 0.002353 plus the 0.10 equals 0.1024, or 10.25%, which is answer D. Now another way you can do that is just combine those two steps together, get you the exact same answer. So you just get the difference in the cost, what you sold it for, minus what you bought the stock for. Okay, so that's the delta, the change in the price or the cost. The sales price minus the cost, plus the dividends 4 cents per share, and you know that it was 200 shares. So 200 times 4 cents, I think, works out to $8. Okay, so you add these two together, you divide it by the original investment, which was $3,400, what you paid for the stock, and you get the exact same answer, 10.24%. Okay, so it's just common sense. And you could have a negative amount if the stock went down. You'd have a negative amount on this, right? But it's the difference. It's the sales price that you sold it for minus the original cost. That gives you the difference, the delta. Whether it's a profit or loss. You add to that dividend or interest. This could be interest also, but in this case it was a dividend. You add to that whatever dividend you received during that period of time, or whatever interest you collected during that period of time. So this is your overall net profit or loss for that period of time, and divide it by the original investment, which was the cost of the stock, get you 10.24%. Okay, so that is Business 342 practice final, set 2, problem number 1.